welcome back to my channel. My name is Chloe. Welcome to another vlog. Today's vlog is going to be the vlog for my 24-hour readathon that I'm doing for my birthday. If you haven't seen it already, I did have a vlog go up that was vlogging my actual birthday. Today is the 5th of June, my birthday was yesterday, and as part of my birthday celebrations I wanted to do a 24-hour readathon with my friends. So that's what I'm going to be doing, that's what this vlog is going to be. I thought I would just do a little introduction. It is, I think, a couple of hours, like 2 or 3 hours off of the start of the readathon. It is starting at 5 PM my time, which is 4 PM BST. And I'm just hoping to get loads of reading done. I told myself these 24 hours are just going to be relaxed, they're just going to be for reading and for chatting with my friends, because it's been a long time since I've allowed myself to do that without being stressed out about other things. And once these 24 hours are done, then I'll go back to stressing about university stuff, but it's fine for now. We're just going to do some reading. I thought that I would start off by just saying some of the books that I might be picking up. I don't know how much I'm going to read. I'm not going to push myself to read too much, but I think it's also nice to have some options depending on how I am feeling. One book that I know I really want to get done is Tender as the Flesh by Augustina Basterica. I've been reading this for the last couple of days. I'm on page 136, there's about 200 pages in this, and I'm really enjoying it, and I think I'm going to be able to get this done pretty quickly, potentially during my first live show. So I'm doing 2 live shows. I'm doing one sort of to kick off the readathon and then one to end the readathon tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get this done relatively quickly. I just once again, I've been really enjoying this. It's basically about a world where there's this virus that means that you can't eat animal meat. So instead they have started breeding humans in the same way that you would breed animals in order to eat them. And it's just a really interesting question about, you know, what's the difference between animals and humans? Why is it we eat animals but we wouldn't do that with humans? And, you know, if there was a situation where the only meat left was human, or the only edible meat was human flesh, would you do it? Like, how would that work and how would that look? And it's just really interesting. I recently got some tabs, so I'm going in and putting some tabs in the places, because otherwise I was using these post-it notes and they just don't look very good. So I got some tabs and I'm going back in and putting all the tabs in the places where I had the post-it notes. Okay, we're going to carry on. So one of the books that my dad got me was Peter Pan, and I've never read Peter Pan before, but I saw this in the shops when I was out with him, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's so cute. It's like, this cover is so cute, and my friend Hallie made a video talking about Peter Pan and basically talking about some of the theories behind, you know, why Peter Pan is the way he is, why Neverland exists, and sort of what it could mean. It made me want to pick Peter Pan up just that much more, and especially because it's supposed to be very, very different to the Disney animation, and just when I saw this I just knew it was fate and that I just needed to get it. And another book that again is quite an easy read because it's a middle grade is the second book in the Cassidy Blake series, which is Tunnel of Bones. It's by Victoria Schwab. This is a middle grade, and I got through the first one not that quickly, but definitely easily. I just like was doing other stuff, so I think this would be perfect for a readathon. I want to say that Emily read this for a 24-hour readathon and got through it, or at least got through the majority of it, but she was also reading other books. I can't actually remember, but I just feel like this would be a good one. And also I just love all the skulls on it. You can't really see it, you can see it more on the back, but like the skulls are really cool. Okay, something that isn't for children or isn't middle grade. I've got a thriller here, which is There's Someone Inside Your House. Thrillers are always good for, you know, quick reads. So this is definitely something I could pick up. This is just under 300 pages. Another book, one that I actually bought for myself yesterday, is the Falling in Love montage by Kiara Smith. And this is a sapphic book, and it's still got a sticker on, but I'll take that off in a bit. I don't actually know anything about this except from the fact that it's a sapphic contemporary romance, I guess, probably, yes, because it's about the 2 girls falling in love. And I just thought, you know, like I saw this at the shop and I was like, I will just get it because it's LGBT plus and I've heard about this, and I believe the author has another book out or coming out that's supposed to be very good. I don't know, but I just thought this was fun. This is slightly longer, so this is just under 400, so I probably wouldn't get through the whole of this, but this would be an option to start at some point. And I think my game plan might be to switch between books just so that I don't get too bored of one book, because I tend not to be able to just read one straight out. And right now I just need to, well, I just want to get ready, I just want to put some makeup on, just, you know, maybe have a little dance around my apartment, because that's always fun. And I think, you know, that's gonna be my game plan for now. And then obviously in a couple of hours time I'm going live. But anyway, I'm gonna go now, and I will speak to you and update this vlog a bit later. This should be alright. We're just gonna go with this. It's currently 8:30, so the readathon has been going on for 3.5 hours, and I managed to finish my first book. So I finished 10 Days to Flesh. As I said before, I think I had about 100 pages left, so 100 pages read. I'm very happy. I enjoyed this so much. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, not so much for the plot, because I wouldn't say that the plot was like the main driving point. I think just some of the things that were said in this about human nature and about, you know, the meat industry and the way it was written just was so good, and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it was exactly what I wanted. It was so good. I honestly, I can't recommend this enough. I don't really have much else to say. I am still on my reading sprints. I've got like 8 minutes left until we go back, and then we're going to probably end this live off, and I don't know, I'll carry on reading obviously. And I'm just very happy that I managed to get my first book done. I don't know what I'm going to pick up now. I will see what I'm thinking. I do think it would be a good idea to read some of Jade City, but whether I'm actually going to read that, I don't know, but we will see. It's about 8 o'clock. I went to sleep to get, some sleep for a few hours. And now I'm awake, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna carry on reading, because I want to try and get quite a bit done for today. And I think I've got about 10 hours left of the readathon, maybe 10, maybe 9. I can't remember. Let's do it. So I've decided to sit down and read now, and I made myself a coffee. So I'm going to try and get as much done as I possibly can. I didn't update you on what book I decided to go with. I went with the Falling in Love montage, and I'm very excited. I'm on page 77, so not that far into it, but I will update you at some point when I have thoughts on it. I will probably pick something up throughout the process, because I get bored of the same book if I'm reading for too long. So unless this is really gripping, but I'm not quite sure, because it's a contemporary, and like I usually don't find them like compelling to just keep reading, but we will see. And also I've got a live show at 3 for me, so that's in like 5 or 6 hours time. I don't know how to light a candle. is currently 20 past 2, or like quarter past 2, so the last live show for the last couple of hours, the readathon is starting in just under an hour, so I thought I would come on and just update you on what I have been reading, because I have not done an update for a while, so I thought I would do that. I'm kind of halfway through both of the 2 books that I'm actively reading right now. I did read a little bit of Jade City last night, but I haven't picked it up since. And I think I'm probably just going to leave it to the side with the rest of, like, for the next 3 hours. And the 2 books that I am kind of halfway through is The Falling in Love montage, which I spoke to you about before, and Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab, which is the 2nd book in the Cassidy Blake trilogy series. I'm not quite sure if it's a trilogy or if it's going to be continued. I will start off by talking about this one. I'm really enjoying this. I don't think it's going to be 5 stars. I think for the most part contemporary romance just does not quite get up there unless there's a bit of like a hard-hitting element, and I just feel like there's definitely some things in this book, like it talks about topics that are definitely hard-hitting, but I don't think that it's like quite, I think it's more focus on the romance. And I do like the way that there's clearly going to be some kind of arc where the main character goes from being a very cynical person and sort of saying like she doesn't want to fall in love with anyone because she's been through a breakup beforehand and all that stuff, and then she'll probably end up falling in love with this other girl. Like I understand that, and I don't think it's anything new, and I don't know. It's probably going to end up being 3 or 4 stars, but it has been really cute and I've been really enjoying it, and it's the perfect kind of book to read when you are doing something like this. I'm on page 198, so like I've properly been introduced to the 2 main characters and introduced to this whole thing that they've got going on, which is, they literally refer to it as the Falling in Love montage, because basically the whole premise is that, as I said before, the main character is very cynical, and she reminds me a lot of myself, just because she's, yeah, like I consider myself quite cynical sometimes. Like I am definitely, like I romanticize things in my head, but I also can be very cynical about things, especially about the way that romance is depicted in books and in film. So she is very much against like rom-coms and stuff like that. She is like a horror movie buff. I wouldn't say that I'm against rom-coms, but I don't tend to watch them. I definitely lean more towards horror movies and thrillers and things like that. So I can identify with her in that way. And then this other girl that she meets is, you know, she just loves a good rom-com. She talks about them and says like all these cute things that happen, and then eventually sort of persuades the main character to, you know, try out different things that are seen in rom-coms and do different cute little situation things, activities. So it's been fun. That's all I really have to say about it. So I will go on to Tunnel of Bones. I'm on page 128, so I am nearing the halfway mark because this is 300 pages-ish, I think. And, oh, just under. So, but anyway, yes. This, I already spoke about it before, that it's set in Paris and stuff like that. So if I'm going to compare this to the first book, which I really enjoyed, I gave the first book 4 stars. The first book was set in Edinburgh, which I personally think just the whole vibes of Edinburgh, especially because it's a very, very historic city. And it's got like the old cobbled streets and stuff like that. And I know that areas of Paris are older, but I think in general, like even in this, the first section is called, let me find it, City of Light, which isn't exactly what you would think when you're thinking like ghost stories and stuff like that. You wouldn't be thinking about lights. So I definitely think the whole vibes of Edinburgh, like just the atmosphere, was a lot better. But I am enjoying this nonetheless. It's just really nice and easy to get through, and I am happy that I've decided to continue with the series, especially because the next one's set in New Orleans, and I am just so excited to read about that. I have heard that there are things mentioned which are also mentioned in American Horror Story Coven, which is set in New Orleans, and Coven was one of my favourite seasons of American Horror Story. There's something about the sort of the witchcraft, voodoo, magic associated with New Orleans. There's also the Axeman. Anyway, I'm not even reading that book and I'm talking about it already, but I was just happy, like, it's nice to read this. It's been really easy to get through, and I think I've read these first 120 pages quite quickly. They're just getting into sort of the main crux of the plot, I guess, the main sort of like big bad thing that's gonna happen, and then they're trying to sort it out. I feel like these books, because they're middle grade, probably are very formulaic in the sense that it's like they get into the area, they are introduced to the area and all that stuff, and then something bad happens and then she tries to fight it, which like is completely fine. And I get it because it's middle grade. One thing I have been thinking is that if this was YA or adult and just that bit spookier, like, it would be my bread and butter. Like, if someone can write something with a similar premise but it's just got older characters, like, that'd be so much fun. But it is fun, like, it's fun as a middle grade anyway. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm going to try and, I think, I just don't know what to focus on. I think I might, focus on this, just because I actually have a chance of finishing this, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go and get ready for this live, get it all set up, and update the vlog probably after the live and see how much I've read. So obviously I completely forgot to film an outro for this vlog. I'm now sitting here and it's about to go up about 2 weeks later, and I just realised that I completely forgot to film an outro. So I thought I would just do a little freeze frame and talk to you guys through voiceover. So I did manage to finish Tunnel of Bones. I gave it 4 stars. I very much enjoyed it. After I finished that, I didn't manage to read anything else because it was literally right at the end of the readathon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously, if you did enjoy it, you are more than welcome to subscribe if you haven't already. You're also more than welcome to give it a like. Check out some of my other videos or my social media. They'll be down below. And thank you for watching.